మిత్రులారా బంధువులారా మిత్రునాం welcome to South Asia Maps. This is an education channel. Your presenter Dr. J. Reddy like to share my 4+ years of passion and Indology apart from my general work of molecular biology, agriculture, biotechnology and so on. Mitrulara, I have opened a new playlist series called Historic Malabar District or Old Malabar District or Malabar Region or British Malabar. In this, I have initially contemplating around about 25 to 30 presentations or so, and this is in the southern part of Bharat Dakshina, in the Kerala province, northern part of Kerala called Malabar region, historic Malabar district or Samutri region or Jamorin Rajas region. After this presentation, you will get a great clarity of this region. In this first part, 01A, we will be talking about the physiographic regions. I have identified round about 22 physiographic regions or geographic regions of Malabar, among which I will be delineating round about dozen or so in this first part. In the next part, we'll cover the rest of 10 or so. This is the Malabar series, Mitrona, and this is the Malabar series. We are in this particular part, Malabar District 22. Geographic regions have subdivided because in one part that will be take too much time. So northern part, southern part we'll be talking about. This is the Malabar in the Kerala province, that is the land of Rajarshi, Kerala Raja, Pajashi Raja, a prominent freedom fighter. And all these presentations are I have posted in South Asia Maps J. Reddy. There are around about 660 or so, around about 2024 November, and there are many 60 or so playlists. You can go and find them extensively. Go over them. This is the pre-Radcliffe time or Radcliffe time political map of Bharat. This is the Madras presidency. You can see the historic Malabar district, British Malabar district, excuse me, and we'll be covering this particular portion extensively in the next couple of series. Adjoining to South Kannada district, the Coorg district and Princely Vadayari state, Mysore Princely state, Nilagiri district, Coimbatore, and Kochi Princely state, and Travancore, Venad, that is Tirukochi, that is Travancore and Tiruvitamakur and Kochi regions. For clarity, I have here in one map all the 22 regions will be covering, physiographic regions. You see this particular part will be covering. I am putting this map so that you will have all the regions in one place. Physiographic regions. Physiographic regions, when compared to administrative political regions, gives a different perspective. This is the political map, administrative map of Kerala province, state, and here you see the two-dimensional, the districts and taluks, political divisions or so on, grouping of 3 or 4 districts or so. Whereas the same thing we will see the physiographic map, physical geography, how the land, terrain, habitat physically looks like with respect to the mountains, water bodies, the plains, the peneplains, the ghats, churams, excuse me, passes and so on. If you have this conceptualization, you can very easily discern the current socio-political economic events much more deeper level. This is just the political map, the post-Radcliffe time after integration. We are talking about the Kannur district, Kozhikode. I will explain in other presentation the evolution of the current 6 districts, jillas in the historic Malabar or British Malabar district. At this time, there is only Malabaram district, so there are only 4 districts. So this particular part we are talking about. What are the physiographic regions? I will read out the physiographic regions to you and I will explain a little bit. As usual, we will go through the 1 or 2 physical maps where you will discern and get a deeper understanding of the region. The northern part is the Chandragiri Basin or Tulunadu region, essentially most of the Kasaragod district. Remember, recently the names of the districts have been given the spellings, pronunciations of the indigenous names. So I'll be using both anglicized names as well as the current names so that the audience will have both the views. Kannur is Kannur, Kannanur previously, Palghat, Palakkad today, Thiruvananthapuram or Trivandrum and so on. So we will be switching over these names so that the audience can keep that in mind. So this is the northern part, Chandragiri Basin, Tulunadu region. And both the Kannur district and northern Kasaragod district have the hilly regions overlapping the western Ghats, Sahyadri mountains, number 2. They have given different names in the different regions. Broadly, I call them Brahmagiri mountains, Aralam hills, Kotigiru mountains. This is the number 2. Essentially, Sahyadris, Pushpagiri mountain regions overlapping that of the Kodagu district or Coorg district. Then the Peravuru hilly region or Tolambra hills. You can see number 3, that is in the Kannur district, Kannanur, Peravur hilly region, that is on the eastern side of Mattanuru, that is the Kannur International Airport. Then the further south of the Periyar, further south of Kotiyuru Pass, there is a Periyar Hills. We'll see Periyar Hills further south, number 3. Peravuru Hills, I have put the Periyar Hills. Further south of this, the Nedumboli Pass, we will have Vazamala Hills, Vazamala hilly region. Then we have the historic Mahi River. The Mahi River is like a channel. This region has been contested by the Portuguese conquistadors, Dutch conquistadors. Finally, French colonized that small village around about 9 square kilometers. Mahi River also goes over it. It's essentially British used to call it the British Channel. Next side there is the French enclave called Mahi. This is one of the 4 districts of current Puducherry, Mahi River. Next to the west side of the Mahi River is the Telisheri River, where British conquistadors established their European imperial post at Taliseri. Taliseri, British, Mahi, French. Then Uritikimalai. I have hard time to pronounce it because I am not a native. You can get the different perspective maybe. Uritukimala, this is the very hard name. Number 6, I will talk about it. Then the Kutiyadi Pass. Remember, pass is also called Churam in the local names. Kutiyadi Pass, Kutiyadi Churam. Then the Banasuram Hills here. Number 8 is the Banasuram Hills. Number 9 is the Lower Kabbani River. This is the Wayanadu Plateau. The Lower Kabbani, the rest of this the Plateau region. Upland region enclosed or rimmed by the Sahyadri mountains. We also have the Kakkanmala mountains there. Then I have named certain mountains. They don't have a proper name, but I have given a name based upon the local landmarks like Kakayam Hills. Now it's a Malabar Wildlife Sanctuary and Kakkan Hills. And finally, we'll talk about the historic Tamaraseri Churam, Tamaraseri Pass, that is also called Adivaram Pass. You can also call Lakidi Pass or Y3 Pass. So these things, remember, some of these regions, they may have little bit overlapping, and I have not mentioned things, and so I have broadly categorized them so that the things will be very easy for general audience. So we'll see these things in detail. This is the historic Malabar district we have seen, and Mitrana, before you look at it, you just keep it the three prominent protrusions in this area, because we may be looking certain maps that may not have names, so that based upon that you can conceptualize the region. I have put these three protrusions. This is the Easy-Mala. There is a big naval headquarters of the government of India. It's also one of the biggest in Asia, I think. Easy-Mala promontory or protrusion, that is the near to Payanuru. And then Kannuru protrusion here. Then the Mudadi protrusion. This is, of course, the Calicut town or Calicut or Kozhikode, headquarters of the Samutri Rajas, Jamori Nair rulers, which were conquered by the Mysorean conquistador who usurped the Vadayari rule, that is the Hyder Ali in year 1760, then the termination of that Raja's rule. So these three protrusions you should keep in mind. So these are the three protrusions you can see, and this is the Udagamandalam, Ooty, Neelagiris. So this is the Easy-Mala, this is the Kannur protrusion, this is the Mudadi protrusion. I spelled this Mudadi protrusion. You can see this is the Mudadi protrusion. South of Vadakara, north of Quilandi, this is the Calicut, Kozhikode. These are the three. This is the Mudadi, this is the Kannur protrusion, this is the Easy-Mala. So we'll see the regions, and you have to conceptualize the important landmark. This is the Kappani Reservoir. This is the Brindavan Gardens and Krishna Rajasagar Reservoir, KRS, Mysore State, Mysore town. So we have this is the Kaveri River, Bhagamandala, Thala Kaveri. This is all the Brahmagiri mountain regions. Brahmagiri, Iralam. This is the Barpul River or Barapuja River, one of the contributor of bigger Velapatnam River. This is the Velapatnam River. This is the Kannuru, north of Kannuru, Velapatnam River. Remember, these rivers will be have given different names. Sometimes locally they have many names. So you have to keep that in mind if you read other sources. This is the Aralam River. This is the Kotiyuru famous that area. So this is that mountain. Second mountain region is the Kotiyuru Aralam. This is the Kotiyuru famous pilgrimage center will be there. This is the Kotiyuru mountains, Aralam mountain ranges. This is the Kannuru, the protrusion. This area is the Peravuru mountain region, little bit hilly region, Peravuru. Mattanuru International Airport will be somewhere here, Mattanuru. Then this is the Ghat section called the Kotiyur Ghat region. Kotiyur, that is Ambayachoti region, goes to Boys Town. Finally, it starts with Iriti town, in the Velapatnam river bank. Iriti goes to Mannantwadi, one of the prominent towns in the Wayanad plateau, along with Kalpetta, Mannantwadi, eastern side, Sultan Battery or Sultan Battery. So Mannantwadi is the important urban center in this area. This is the Kotiyuru Pass. Then this is the Peria Mountains here. Sometimes Kottayur Mountains also will continue in northern part. Remember, mountains simply doesn't end as per the political boundaries humans draw. So Kottayur Mountains, Peria Mountains here. This is the Easymala Mountains. This is the Kottayadi River. This is the Kottayadi River or Kuttiyadi River. This is the one. Sorry, this is the Mahi River. This is the Mahi River. This is the Kuttiyadi River. This is the Kuttiyadi River. This is the Kuttiyadi town. This is the Urittimukki. I always forget that word. Hard time. Urutukkimala. Urutukkimala. That is the one we are looking at. This is the Urutukkimala. Urutukkimala and Vajamala is separated by the Mahi River Basin. Teliseri River Basin is much smaller. Mahi River Basin is a little bigger. This is the, when you see this is the Banasuram Reservoir. This is the, there is here a small water body called Kokayam. This is the Kuttiyadi Dam, also called Peravannamoozy Dam. So that's the one. And this is the Kabbani River. Kabbani has many upstream sources. Manantwadi is the main on the western side, and Paramaram is the other one. Karapuja is the other one, and there are many. All of them, they join east of Manantwadi, south of Kuruvadweep. It's an island, a small island, riverine island, like Majali in Ahoms Valley, Assam. This is the Kuruvadweep, Kabbani Valley. This is the Banasram. This is the mountains, is the Kalpetta. This is the Korapuja, the lower Kabbani Basin. And this entire is a plateau region rimmed by the Western Ghats, Sahyadris, Wayanadu district, Wayanadu plateau. This is the Manantwadi. And southern part is Way3, that is the Kalpetta. Eastern part is Sultan Battery or Sultan Battery. So this is the Peravannamoozy River. So this is the Mudadi promontory, and Kappad beach will be there, where the Portuguese conquistador and proselytes are, that means the converters, they landed here in 1495 or so. So this is the Wavul Mala. We'll talk about now. This is the Banas. This is the wildlife Kakai Mountains and the Malabar Wildlife Sanctuary. This is the Banasuram. Between them, there is the Kottayadi Pass. This is the Kottayadi Pass, Kottayadi River. This is the Kottayadi Dam. So we'll talk about these passes, turums in other part. The next important town is connecting to the Kalpetta Way3 is the Tamaraseri Churam or Tamaraseri Pass. So we'll see that these things clearly in a different perspective, and you have to remember three protrusions. So I have shown here three protrusions. This is Easymala, this is the Kannuru, this is the Valapattinam River, this is the Mudadi protrusion. That means the Kappad beach will be here, and this grey area is the Calicut to Kozhikode region. This is the Kabbani Reservoir. This is the Nugu Reservoir. That is the tributary of Kabbani River. And this is the Krishna Rajasagar and Kaveri Mata. So that means this is the Kurgu Plateau. These are the Banasaram Mountains. Sorry, these are the Brahmagiri Mountains, Aralam Mountains here. This is the Kottayur Mountains here. This is the Kottayur and Peria. And you can see this is the international airport. You can see this area glowing, that is the international airport. This means this is the Peravuru Mountains. This is the Ghat, that is the Kottayuru Pass, Ambayatoti, that enters into Boys Town, that enters into Manantwadi region. So this is the Vazimala area. This is the Vazimala area. This is the Urutukotte, separated by the, this is the Mahi River. This the Mahi River goes here. The Mahi, next will be Taliseri River, next will be Anjira Kundu River. This is the Valapatnam, this is the Kannuru. So Vajimala, and this is the Uritikudi. I hope I pronounced it properly. This is, of course, the Banasram. Banasram is more than 2000 meters or so above sea level. Remember, the Simla is 2222. I just rounded it up. That means almost near to that of that very high mountain range, Banasram there. And here, the Banasram, and this is the Malabar Wildlife Sanctuary, Kokayam Mountains. In addition to that Kokayam Mountains, Malabar Wildlife Sanctuary, there is also other mountains known as a Kakkanmala in that region. Kakkanmala. So that is the one here, Kakkanmala. So this is the one. This is the Kutiyadi Pass, the Tamaraseri Pass. So this is the Uvalmala. This is the Uvalmala. We'll talk about some other time. So we can see this a little more clarity here. I think we have seen this one already. The same thing, we are looking in a different perspective so that you get a clarity here. This is the Krishnaraja Sagar, this is the Kabbani Dam, these are the Brahmagiri Mountains, Arala Mountains, the Kottiyur Mountains, this is the Peravuru, Vajamala, Urittikottu, this is the Uvalmala, we'll talk next, this is the Nilamburu Basin, this is the Banasram Mountains, is the western side of, this is the Banasram Dam, Banasram Mountains, here the Kotiyadi Dam and all these are not shown. When we see the Baipuru Perok here, that means that this is three promontory, the Modadi promontory, and this is the Kannur promontory, this is the Izimala. That means Tamaraseri Pass, this is the one. You can see that blob here is the Kalpetta mountain range. So that's what I wanted to talk about, and the next presentation we'll see the southern part of the physiographic geographic regions. And thank you very much joining me today. And if you like the presentations, you can post your comment and bring it to the notice of a similar audience so that the knowledge will be widely available to audience like you. This is your presenter, Dr. J. Reddy. Dhanyavadalu.